Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. I've got the legendary Shaquille O'Neal by my side. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far, so a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. There's Isaiah Thomas, the other Isaiah Thomas, the 60th pick back in 2011. This guy can score, Shaq.
He can flat out score. You know, if you look at his numbers, they're not just empty numbers. And Ernie, he's always been an efficient scorer. For his size, he's an incredible finisher, a great athlete who can make adjustments in midair. I just wish he was a little bit taller, Ernie.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly no Shaquille O'Neal, but he's effective, obviously.
Very effective. He plays without fear. To this guy, Ernie, scoring comes easy.
How did you like playing against little guys? When you were down there and saw these little jitterbugs running around, did you just want to squash guys like that?
I've never seen them, Ernie, because I always look up.
Whatever that means. Let's go to Kevin Harlan courtside.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At small forward, standing 6'7", number 11, Weston Johnson. At center, standing 6'10",
I am back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Wolfie Daily Gaming, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell for more YouTube videos.
Standing 6'3", number 17, Jeremy Lin. Standing 6'9",
Pacific Division rivals squaring off as the Phoenix Suns come to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. Look at the Suns. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
And Kevin, they overcame a very poor shooting night to win that game. You're not going to be able to win very often with a percentage as low as theirs.
Yeah, no beauty or style points in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed to.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Dragic is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Green in at the 3 slot. Suns last season back to being one of the better offensive teams in the NBA, Steve, after their uncharacteristic struggles 2 seasons ago.
Well, you remember under Steve Nash, they led the league in points per possession for 6 straight seasons from 2004 to 2010. Suns fans really accustomed to high-octane offense, that's for sure.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Kobe Bryant, and the wide-open shot from Green. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Green's got his first points of the game. On defense, Phoenix.
And you know, you talk about the Suns' offense. When Steve Nash left, that first season was their worst offensive output since the ABA-NBA merger back in 1976, 38 years ago. They couldn't shoot threes. They didn't get to the line. Then they turned it over. You know, they really didn't have much going for them, but it's amazing how quickly they've turned it all around.
Well, for the Suns last year, the second most three-pointers attempted in the league. They've got big men who can space the floor and then guards who can really attack. Really a good recipe offensively.
Well, it just seems there's something about Lefty. I mean, whether it's Ginobili, James Harden, or the Dragon, Goran Dragic. Defenders seem to have a tough time getting on that left hand of those kinds of players and don't typically adjust well to keeping those guys out of the paint.
That'll be a 5-second call. Right side, Dragic. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And Plumlee kicks to Morris. The putback, and it's steered in by Plumlee.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Now, coaches love to see the hustle, but the fans love to see the dunk.
And the shot is good.
And Dragic, a great slasher, just 6'3", but he does a terrific job of finishing through contact and around bigger defenders. Not a big-time dunker, but he uses his quickness to get to the rim.
Now here's Bledsoe. Boy, he was something else against Utah. And it's Green missing. Ryan against Dragic. Outside, Kobe. With the shot. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. And Dragic can certainly score the basketball. But Clark also a playmaker.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's an excellent pick-and-roll operator, whether it's scoring or finding a teammate out of the pick-and-roll set.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Golden State.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Here's Bledsoe following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Here's Plumlee, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
Well, you got to love his determination on the glass, coming out of the gate strong.
And a look now how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists and really moving. What a flow offensively. I like what I see. Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He could be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
Now, here's Green. Boy, that win against the Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play. That's good. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Unable to get the ball in bounds.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Wolfie Daily Gaming and hit the bell for more YouTube
And we're
videos.
just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. That's good.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
And he gets it to go.
This is a team that's focused, completely locked into the task at hand. What an impressive start to this game.
Down low, here's Plumlee. There's the killer 2-handed slam. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Now here's Kobe. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Drills the three-pointer. Bryant's got 11 points.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Dragic kicks to Green. Here's the screen. The feed to Morris. Back to Green. Inside. 5 to shoot. No good from Bledsoe. Lakers trail by 4. Right side, Bryant. On deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. Plumlee's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The Suns have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far.
Coach Hornacek, a self-professed math guy. He's an accounting major at Iowa State, so he likes the numbers, he uses the analytics, and somebody who really encourages his team to jack up as many three-pointers as possible.
And Coach Hornacek, Clark, does see the game from an analytical angle. He pushed the pace because he said you shoot a much higher percentage in the first 8 seconds.
I agree with that, and I would like to see more teams do that and employ that. It's much more enjoyable to watch. The guys enjoy playing that way, and the increased pace for the Suns They actually averaged 5 more points a game over the prior season as a result of trying to get good shots earlier in the shot clock.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. Shot's good. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
Kicks to Bledsoe. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. That's 7 points for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominating. Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Davis kicks to Lynn. Green with the block. They get it back, and the basket by Hill. And the Suns call time here. And at this part of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got a Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Some changes for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Hill. Nash comes in for Bryant. And it's Clarkson in for Jeremy Lin. Phoenix with the ball. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, guys, it was just a very poor shooting night. I mean, they were ice cold all night out there. I mean, when you can't put the ball in the hole, it's so difficult to find a way to win.
Now, here is Young. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Young passes to Clarkson. Here's Davis. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Well, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Jeff Hornacek. I asked about their game plan defensively, and he said, well, we all know it starts for them at the point guard position with Steve Nash and his combination of elite shooting and passing ability. We really have to stick to our principles and work as a team if we're going to have success against him. Guys, we'll see what happens.
All right, Doris.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve. You look at the Morris twins out there, Markieff and Marcus. Defensively, you got to check those jersey numbers just to make sure you know who you're guarding.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Dragic with a wide open look, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And Markieff Morris a little taller, a little bigger, 6'10", 245, but he and Marcus still get confused with one another all the time.
I'm still waiting for the day they swap jerseys at halftime when one of them is in foul trouble. Who knows? But, you know, they're just 2 rock-solid NBA players, very skilled. They're going to be around in the league for a long time.
Yes, they will be.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Now the dish to Bledsoe. Outside Dragic. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Goran Dragic, nicknamed Goji, grew up in Slovenia. His mom played hoops. His dad played soccer. Goji started out playing soccer, but when he hurt his leg, his mom said, no more of that pitch stuff. You're going to the round ball and the hardwood. So he went to basketball, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well. Good call by mom on that, too.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Marcus Morris is checked in for Miles Plumlee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Green, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Randall. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him, and that is good. And back to Dragic. He said, Steve, that the soccer background may have helped his footwork.
I think that's true in almost every case, Kevin. When you see a former soccer player on the basketball field, it's not just the footwork, but it's the vision, it's the anticipation. I think the game really translates. You saw it with Steve Nash and Tony Kukoc. You see it with Dragic now. He's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Pass to Tucker. Takes a three. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's Nash with the drive. From the stripe. Again, the Lakers.
You know, from that in-between range, they've actually been a much hotter team.
Well, when you make perimeter shots and knock down those jumpers, it opens up everything else.
Now, here's Thomas. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. Here's Morris. And the layup is good. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Wolfie Daily Gaming and Wolfie Daily Vlog and hit the bell.
The Suns also making a change. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Markieff Morris. Los Angeles leading by 7. Nash hits to Young. With a jumper from the elbow. Young's got 8 points.
You know, that mid-range jump shot may be an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively. You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-7 run. Thomas kicks it to Tucker. Outside, Dragic fires the three, and that one's good. Dragic has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Well, we all know the Lakers in transition. Ownership passed down to the next generation in early 2013. For the first time in a way, marked a bit of uncertainty in that leadership situation.
Yep, a few cracks starting to show their partner, Laker great Magic Johnson, airing his concerns with some of the decision-making. Disharmony, not quite sure of who's going to run things, some injuries as well, and just a lot didn't go the way the Lakers had hoped or wanted it to.
And here's Young after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Launches it. It's Young again for three. Young's got 14 points.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Suns trail by 11. Out to the wing. It's Dragic with the drive. The rebound by Young.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
There's the pass to Randall. Lakers working the ball around now. Kelly dishes to Sacre. Shoots it again, Los Angeles.
They couldn't have drafted a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and What a lead they have already to show for it.
Here is Tolliver. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Rare to find yourself in the lead when you're turning the ball over like they are.
Well, if they want to build on the lead, then they've got to take better care of the ball. It's that simple. I mean, they've got to do a better job with the basketball.
And here is Thomas. Dishes it to Tucker. Dragic kicks it to Tucker. Outside Thomas. Can't hit from 12. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Lakers ahead. They lead by 13. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Monday, November 10th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. Don't miss out.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
I have 2 YouTube channels, Wolfie Daily Vlog and Wolfie Daily Gaming, and subscribe to my 2 YouTube channels.
Lakers leading by 13. Lane and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. Inside, it's Boozer and Hill. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Oh, man, they are putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for them today.
Well, Kobe Bryant last season for the first time introducing high tops as his custom basketball shoes, looking to provide a little more support for that injured Achilles.
Here's Kobe after the Suns pick up 2, and he gets it to go.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kobe Bryant certainly had a unique childhood, spending time in Italy where his father played professional basketball. Kobe said, once I moved overseas, the game of basketball became my refuge. I developed a passion and relationship with the game. My grandfather used to tape games and mail them to me. It was special just to sit down and watch the game. Gentlemen, over to you.
He's always had that passion. Thanks, Doris.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark, wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I don't like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
And Kobe had been wearing ultra-low tops. Do you think that contributed, Clark, at all to his Achilles injury?
No, I won't point to that. An Achilles injury is a freak injury. I mean, it can happen in any number of ways. It's just a freak thing, in my opinion.
Here's Hill after Eric Bledsoe's score. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Now, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Markieff Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Warren subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. They're going to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. They set the pick. And Bledsoe, here we go. He used that pick to get in close. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really cost them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And the Suns call time here.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. Well, that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
Give me 5K like.
Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In third, the Lakers.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters.
And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent his entire career with one team. He deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who had the impact on the team and on the league the way Kobe had as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in this category. In 2016, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Uh-oh, might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
Lakers leading by 20. The 3 from Bryant, and he gets it to go. Kobe's got 32 points.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's stolen by Hill. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. Randall's checked in for Hill. Got a piece of it. Plumlee with the steal. Thomas kicks to Bledsoe. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night for Los Angeles. They've gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Bledsoe with it. Picked up by Kobe. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Plumlee kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from three-point range.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
And Kobe gets it to go.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Thomas passes to Morris. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. That one's good from the corner. Bledsoe's got 17.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
It's stolen by Morris. Bledsoe kicks to Warren, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The baseline jam. Here's Plumlee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Plumlee's got 13.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Green is checked in for Plumlee. Lakers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, basically a middle-of-the-road type free throw shooting team, about 76% a year ago.
The free throw drops for Bryant. Miles Plumlee, Steve, buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana, but the Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scola without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because he fits right into what they're trying to do.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And the Suns' top draft pick, Alex Len, dealt with ankle issues last season. That being the case, how big was Plumlee for them? I mean, he's a big-time glass eater inside and above-the-rim finisher to help force the D to collapse. He's a guy that I think has tremendous upside and is extremely athletic for a front-line player.
Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in.
We miss you, Kobe. Emoji broken heart.
And Thomas, here we go.
Yes.
The Suns have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Yeah, basically a middle-of-the-road type free throw shooting team, about 76% a year ago.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Thomas. Now Johnson. Young for 3. Good on the shot. Young's got 17.
And Plumlee still working to expand his skill set, but you don't find many 7-footers who can uncork a 40-inch vertical leap. I mean, his athleticism sets him apart.
Now, here is Morris. He has 5. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. When the score is right where you'd expect it to be, the battle on the boards is that lopsided. The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Thomas kicks to Morris. Young against Bledsoe. Feeds to Green. Wide open. And that one's good. He's got 6.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Johnson for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Randall with the bucket. Here's Thomas. Pass to Morris. Inside, here's Bledsoe. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bledsoe's got 19 points.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far. And those are not the kind of three-point opportunities you can give to shooters in the NBA. These guys are just too good.
You're exactly right. It'll burn you every time, just like it's burning them here.
Now here's Bledsoe. 19 points in the game. Green, no luck. Young outside. From deep. Count that one. He's got 20.
Absolutely on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
Outside Thomas to the paint. Here's Bledsoe. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Johnson, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
You know, before this recent streak, the last time the Suns went more than a season without making the playoffs was way back in 1988. See just how long it's been for them not to be in the playoffs for more than a year. Wow, impressive.
And here's the Lakers. Right side Davis. And Young kicks to Johnson. Takes the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Outside Thomas. Into Green. He dishes it to Morris. The Los Angeles Lakers, the NBA's most successful franchise over the last 3 decades, since 1980. 10, guys, count them, 10 titles.
That's remarkable, and they've led the way from a business standpoint as well, Kevin. They pioneered televising their home games where some teams had worried about undercutting ticket sales. A lot of great ideas and dynamics that have helped this franchise become what it is.
And what a game for Morris. He has 8 points and he's stolen the ball 4 times. Whether it's making a tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Randall. Ryan Kelly comes in for Davis. Xavier Henry, he's checked in for Wesley Johnson. Nash is subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Here's Kelly. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists in the game.
And, you know, for the Lakers, no competition from football. There's not a pro football team in the L.A. market. And it's one of the top 2 markets in the country. And it is a basketball town. If you look at their TV deal, which is really mind-boggling. It's worth about $3.6 billion over 20 years. So that gives you a lot of financial firepower there.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Henry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, guys, you look at the financial resources for the Lakers, not the same advantage that it once was, because with the most recent CBA, it's really restricted spending. And the question is, how will that impact the Lakers moving forward?
And he can't get the first one. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Suns. No luck that time either.
You know, the Phoenix Suns have actually drawn a lot of influence from the Boston Celtics. They've hired several personnel people in management and on the coaching staff from the Celtics organization. And they've even implemented the Tom Thibodeau-style defensive system that originated with that Celtic club back in the day.
And the wide open shot from Green. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got 5 points now this quarter. And here's Nash. It's stolen by Dragic. Passes it to Morris. Back to Dragic. He kicks it to Morris. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 7th assist here tonight. You talk about the Celtics and their connection with the Suns, both franchises with great histories. Boston with the league-leading 17 championships. But Phoenix, and this may surprise some, with the 4th best win percentage all time.
Yeah, that is surprising. Did not know that little nugget. And, you know, last season, though, they missed the playoffs for the 4th straight season, Kevin. That hadn't happened since '75, right around the team's founding. Suns fans are really accustomed to playoff basketball.
And he gets it to go.
He is is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Green gets it to go.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Here's Henry. Again, Los Angeles. We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. And the wide open shot from Green. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Tolliver's got his second bucket.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Here's Sacre. Again, Los Angeles. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Dragic. Back to Green. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Green's got 11 points in the quarter. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Henry. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, what a three at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Lakers ahead, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Green outside with Morris at the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Dragic. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Into Johnson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Boozer wide open. He fires. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Boozer's got the first field goal of the second half for the Lakers. Phoenix has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played, Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. So the fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
Now here's Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Dragic. The shot is off, and the Lakers take it the other way.
And Hill tried to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. And where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
Here's Bledsoe following the basket by Kobe Bryant.
Now we get a chance to check out Jeremy Lin, how he performed last season. He averaged about 12 points a game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And no doubt about it, he knows how to run the offense and really not miss a beat when he comes off that bench.
Steve, you are an NBA guard. Not a lot of guards can do that coming off the bench, but he is one of them that can.
That free throw missing.
Good game for Bledsoe. He's got 19 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because This offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
Good on the second free throw. They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
Shot's good.
Well, you love to get those easy lay-ins to get your offense going. They're clicking here to start the second half.
Boozer dishes to Johnson. Boozer with it. Guarded now by Morris. Bryant, that's for two, and another basket for the Lakers.
These guys putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws.
And he makes the first. And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. I mean, this young guy is explosive.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, you learn a lot about a player from the way he responds to adversity. And Eric Bledsoe, a player with tremendous potential, had to back up John Wall at Kentucky. Then he had to back up Chris Paul with the Clippers. But, you know, rather than get frustrated, he really made the most of those learning experiences, and now it's paying off.
Here is Bledsoe. He's got 22. Green kicks to Dragic. Now here is Morris. Defense is right there. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
When you talk about Bledsoe, he said in college and with the Clippers he enjoyed both of those situations. The challenge of the daily battles in practice against star talent showed a lot of resilience and determination to find his niche. Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Outside Dragic. The feed now to Bledsoe. Back to Dragic. Green passes to Dragic. Clock is at 3. The tray. And he gets it to go. Dragic has got 17 now. And Bledsoe, guys, getting his chance last season with the Phoenix Suns to show what he could do in a starting role, and it paid off. His terrific play streak was a huge factor in his surprising season.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin. Unfortunately, he did lose some time to a knee injury, but knowing him, he'll battle back and once again overcome the obstacles.
That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And now 24 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And here's Kobe for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And he continues to shoot well after that blazing first half.
Here's Dragic. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Dragic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And he gets it to go.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Kicks it to Plumlee. Plumlee sets the pick for Bledsoe. The dish to Dragic. They get it again. Another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Look at what Plumlee has done so far. 15 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, there's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Bryant, that's for 2. That's in there. Jackson with the assist. Johnson's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Here's Morris. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Morris has got 13. Johnson dishes to Boozer. On the wing, Johnson. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. That's 10 points here for Lynn.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, if things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
And it's blocked by Kobe, and he gets it back. Dragic with a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Dragic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns.
A lot of problems for the Lakers last season, and it's one thing to stink on the road, but when you stink at home in Los Angeles, you bet people react.
Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to Plumlee to the inside. Morris, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And what a strange sight it was to see the Lakers lose at home as much as they did last year. Clark, their home record at Staples, 14-27.
Yeah, that is a rarity, without question. One of the elite sports franchises in the history of sports in America. But they didn't have the talent to compete, and not having Kobe Bryant, their best player and future Hall of Famer, obviously left a lot to be desired with that group. They fought hard, but they just didn't have enough to compete on a regular basis.
Here's Johnson, following the score by Phoenix.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Dragic kicks to Morris. And Bledsoe, here we go. Good. Bledsoe's got 26 points.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Johnson from outside. Good.
He's found the rhythm here in the third quarter, Kevin, and his confidence is palpable. You can feel it. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be falling.
Now, here is Morris. 17 points in the game. Bledsoe right side. It's Morris atop the key. And the wide open shot from Green. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
For 3, Kobe. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
And that one's good, Boozer.
Man, oh man, Kevin. He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
Dragic the pass to Morris. Dragic dishes to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Dragic a screen on Johnson. Offensive rebound, and it's good. Morris has got 19 points.
No question which team has been the aggressor here on the offensive glass.
Yeah, Steve, I mean, an advantage in second chance points there, and getting those second and third looks, a big help offensively, and it demoralizes the defense.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, they were helpless defensively.
Phoenix has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. The pass to Bledsoe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. If you can go over 500 on the road, you usually are a playoff team, and that wasn't the case, however, with the Phoenix Suns.
You know, you're right, Kevin. They did finish barely over 500 on the road last year, but it just wasn't enough, even as impressive as that feat is.
And he knocks down the first one.
Really was a letdown for the Suns, who played so well all season, to miss the playoffs by one game, especially with how good they were on the road.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And the Suns here with a different look. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Marcus Morris comes in for Morris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And Thomas subbed in for Goran Dragic.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? He can just rise up and bang down a three ball like that, and they get such separation with the height advantage.
And you know, with the Suns again here, had they made the playoffs, their ability to get wins on the road would have made them a very dangerous team to play. They had an outstanding road record. Unfortunately, things just didn't work out well enough for them to get into the playoffs.
It's tipped. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Checking out some numbers for Eric Bledsoe. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 17 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And, Steve, you know that's not easy to do, considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special. You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Coach. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list. Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
And Phoenix has possession after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Tucker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
P.J. Tucker, a rookie second-rounder with the Raptors back in 2006, 2007. Really barely played then, and then spent the next 5 seasons playing abroad, trying to find a spot to play. Finally returning to the Suns over the last 2 seasons. He has really established a niche. A tough defender, good rebounder, excellent all-around player.
And Phoenix making a change here. Warren's checked in. Nash kicks to Kelly. Young from outside, and the shot is good. Young's got 28.
But you gotta love to see that kind of range. He's been lighting it up from outside.
You know, P.J. Tucker capturing that starting small forward job with the Suns after only 2 months, very impressive. He was not a perimeter shooter 2 seasons ago. As a matter of fact, coming out of college, he was known more for his energy and defense, but last season, he really developed into an accurate three-point shooter.
And Tucker at 6'6", a college power forward. Steve, he's made the transition to small forward in the NBA.
You know, but he still brings that big man physicality to his defensive approach. He's a good rebounder. He's tough. If he can continue to shoot well from 3, I think he's going to stick around this league for a long time. Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these 2 teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Here is Tolliver. That's good. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. 4th in assists. And they also showed up in the top 5 in blocks. A good, solid team at the defensive end of the floor.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Shot's good.
Yeah, no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Thomas gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
46 seconds left in the 3rd. Dishes it to Young. From outside the arc. That is good. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches. That's how you answer.
Thomas goes in. Here's Tucker. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 24 seconds left in the third. And another three for the Lakers. The Suns shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Feeds to Warren. Pass to Tucker. He dishes it to Warren. Thomas passes to Morris. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Morris has got his third basket of the night. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
Tune in Thursday, November 6th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs hit the road for a duel with the Houston Rockets, a rivalry in the Southwest Division. Do not miss it.
So it's Phoenix now. Nash is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Xavier Henry. Then there's Robert Sacre. And it's Kelly in at the 4 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Ennis dishes to Tolliver. Here's Clarkson. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
I think we can all agree that the NBA has become a bit of a nicer, friendlier league over the past few decades. Less animosity with players and less brutal rivalries, but there is still a level of trash talking going on, and I think at times it's a factor in games.
Lenka kicks to Tolliver. Soft touch off the glass. Tolliver's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns. Henry with it. Now defended by Warren, and that one's good. Henry. So it's Phoenix now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Here's Goodwin, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Here's Nash. Shoots from the corner. Jump shot is good. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Now here's Ennis, defended by Nash. Len, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Kevin, you'd expect them to protect the ball better, but that hasn't been the case here. They've turned it over often, but still find themselves out in front somehow.
Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. You're right, Clark. Lots of mistakes and lots of turnovers.
Kevin, this is a really talented team, so they can sometimes overcome some of the mistakes that they create on their own. And I think that's what we're seeing here. They're fortunate to be in the position they're in. Tyler Ennis, a 6'2" point guard out of Syracuse, was a big riser on draft boards in only 1 season in college. He led the ACC in assists and steals and had an outstanding assist-to-turnover ratio. Ennis is very sure-handed with the ball, and he also gained a reputation for being a big shot taker and big shot maker in his 1 year at Syracuse.
To the inside. Here's Len. Rebound the Lakers. Kelly's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Henry. Again, Los Angeles. And Tyler Ennis, so skilled, a great handle. He's able to play under control, too, at all times.
Yeah, very fundamentally sound, and he keeps a great balance between scoring and setting up his teammates. And I like the fact that he stepped into big moments during his 1 year at Syracuse.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
Clarkson kicks to Kelly. Passes it to Clarkson. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Henry. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. Ennis with the ball.
For a long time now, the Western Conference has been the deeper conference as the top 5 or 6 teams have legitimate title hopes. But last year for the East, it was especially down, and it was really viewed as a 2-team conference.
Here's Kelly. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Out to the right wing. And the wide open shot from Warren. Another 3 for Phoenix. The 2 teams out east that people were talking about, of course, were the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, but it was so bad where teams out west were joking, Clark, about how they could get moved to the Eastern Conference because they'd fare better.
Well, yeah, the Blazers media team joked about that at the expense of the Eastern Conference, but they did have a bit of a point. A lot of very good teams out west, no denying that, who didn't make the playoffs and could have not only been playoff teams in the East, but maybe would have been able to grab a home court advantage. I think the Suns at 48 wins would have probably been a top 4 seed in the East.
Right. T.J. Warren. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Here's Sacre, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Sacre's got 12 points here in the second half. The Suns have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Line kick kicks to Goodwin. He feeds it to Len. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Warren. Misses the 3. LA's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
Boy, they look good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
He kicks to Ennis. And Warren the bucket on the assist by Ennis. That's 12 points for T.J. Warren. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 8 of their shots in the 4th quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
The Suns have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Goodwin passes to Len. And the wide open shot from Warren. The Lakers with the rebound. Sacre's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Henry kicks to Clarkson. Goodwin with the steal. Now here's Warren. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, let's forgive him for that turnover. It's the only one he's committed today. Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Winning or not, it's not going to be a happy locker room when we get to halftime.
5 minutes more.
They've had a lot of turnovers, and that's not acceptable.
Hey, I'm sure they're going to hear about that from the coaching staff. They're very fortunate, actually, to be leading this game right now.
And the Lakers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Len sets a screen for Goodwin. And the wide open shot from Warren. And again, it's the Suns missing. And here is Davis. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Well, the popularity of the three-pointer at an all-time high. Steven, I'm sure you can appreciate that. The league even discussed adding a 4-point line.
Yeah.
What about that?
Please,
I am going to be in meeting.
Kevin. I mean, it's just crazy. It's way too extreme. I think even the three-point shot is probably overdone to this point. So I would say 100% no, I am against a 4-point line.
Ennis misses. Los Angeles has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the 3rd quarter ended. Now the feed to Kelly. And Davis wide open. He shoots. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
And it's Ennis, top of the key. That's good. Ennis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Now Henry. Clarkson passes to Johnson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Warren, good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Henry. And another three for the Lakers.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Kicks to Goodwin.
Well, you look at the game of basketball, it really seems to be on the upswing. That's great news for the NBA. We know that those who play a sport are much more likely to watch it as an adult. And basketball is now the largest participation sport in high school and college.
And that one's good, Henry.
Well, I'll tell you what, since the beginning of the fourth quarter, the three-point shot has really just been there for them. Everything's fallen.
Yeah, the touch from downtown is right on point.
Here's Goodwin, and he gets it to go. Growth of the NBA really pretty incredible. 30 years ago, annual league revenues were about $120 million. Now, it's $4.5 billion. That's with a B.
Yeah, the league is really on great financial ground right now. I mean, franchise values are growing astronomically. The players sacrificed in the last collective bargaining agreement negotiation, but as quick as the pie is growing, I think everybody will be just fine, players and owners.
Here's Kelly. And again, it's the Lakers. And here are the Suns now. To the inside. Cuts off the pass. Johnson outside. This one for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
The Suns shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And the Lakers with some changes. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Nash in for Clarkson. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Suns. Now here's Ennis, defended by Nash. Here's Warren, sinks that one from the post. Warren's got 12 points in just the second half. Here's Nash.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, it's a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
Goodwin, good. Goodwin's got 9 points in the quarter. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Commissioner Silver raising the possibility that the NBA might consider tweaking starting times to reach more people in China.
Well, tough to make that work. I mean, I think a featured Saturday night game on the West Coast could translate to a Sunday morning matinee in China.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yes, very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And by making sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series, guys. This win tonight will move their record to 2-0 with 2 left to play against the Suns.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Bryant. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
And here's Nash outside, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Warren with the ball. The dish to Ennis. And that one's good.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
I understand that they're trying to be aggressive, but still, you can play fast but still play efficiently, but they're not doing that right now.
Pass to Len. Inside. There's the steal. Here's Sacre. Jacks up a 3. That's good.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Kobe, tell us about the mindset of this team tonight and what you hope to accomplish.
Just come out and play well. Just play with a lot of energy, execute well, read the defense well, and make unnecessary cuts.
Talent and execution. Kobe, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
Okay guys, bye bye guys, I see you guys later on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel Wolfie Daily Gaming tonight.